Hey, so fantastic to hang out with you. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. And I have a special guest with me today. I'm super stoked, Jennifer. I never say your last name right. Eivaz?
Eivaz.
I almost did it right. That's so great.
Thanks.
So, Jennifer, not all of our audience is familiar with you. So give us a little bit of biography. Where are you from? Kind of background, kids, all that stuff.
Okay, my husband and I, we have been pastoring. The church is now called Harvest Church, and we have 2 active campuses and 1 on the way. So it feels like you're pregnant, about ready to give birth. So that'll be our 3rd campus. So we've been in ministry well over 20 years. We have 2 children, our son David, our daughter Christiana, and we're graduates of Oral Roberts University.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Nice.
Your mother signed my diploma, so
Yep.
I always, make a point of that. And both of us have very fantastic testimonies. We obviously weren't birthed in Christian families. We actually got saved. He became saved in high school. I became saved in college. But once we did, we've been running with Jesus ever since.
Mm-hmm. And so, like your background, where did you grow up? Were you raised anything?
I grew up as a Mormon.
Yep.
And, the reason we all left, my entire family unit left the Mormon church, is we had significant family problems that we discovered there was no answer that could really help you in the Mormon church. They really present the family and push, family values and all of that. But where there is no power, where there's no real Holy Spirit, there is no answer. And so you can no longer continue the facade of a perfect family, which ended up being it was the catalyst for us to make a change and consider another option, which was Jesus Christ.
Right. And then I was reading a little bit, like when you started to do the Jesus thing, you're pretty fresh and green. Right? I remember like doing some of the Baptist thing and all that.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of that journey.
Oh, yeah.
So what did that look like for you?
Well, I got baptized in the Holy Spirit within 5 minutes of committing my life to Jesus. So I was in a little Pentecostal church, not a church that I would ever land in. I was just so heathen, coming into the super holiness, type of churchianity. Yeah. And although Jesus met me there, got baptized in the Spirit there, it wasn't for me. So I ended up in a very large and popular Baptist church in my community. It was great for teaching me the Word, putting the Word in my heart, getting me grounded. But I really hungered for the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. And because of that hunger, I began looking for another church that could offer that and teach me that. Because you don't know what to do. You're not taught. You just know that you had an experience and something in you drives you. Mm-hmm. And so I found a smaller Pentecostal church, and it worked for a while. And then I really landed in a place that I loved, a very large Pentecostal church. And it was great. Great friends. I learned. And then I went to ORU.
Yeah, which is really, that's a nice place of blending spirit and word. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And then how long you been married?
We've been married for 24 plus years.
Nice. That's so great. And 2 kids. How old are your kids about?
David is 17 and our daughter is 11.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
And we were comparing injuries, right?
Yes, we were.
So you hurt your finger. What were you doing in the kitchen?
All I was doing was doing some dishes, dropped one of those porcelain bowls and got sliced when it broke. And I wish it was a better reason. I wish I had a much better reason for stitches like that. But it was a domestic injury. We'll put it that way.
I got you.
Yeah.
One of the things you love and I love about you is this pursuit and engagement with Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. What would you say in terms of somebody watching, listening, that is a little bit hungry or maybe a little bit that makes me nervous? What would you say to them?
Well, I want to invite them to actually start talking to the Holy Spirit. Actually start engaging the Holy Spirit, and especially to not compare. Don't compare your relationship with the Spirit to somebody else's, because it's very, very personal. And even at this stage in the game, I still have highs and lows. Seasons where I feel I'm really, really connected, and other seasons where I'm like, what happened? And at this stage and age and learning, I should have, I think, a better track record, and I'm still just as normal as anybody else. Right. But I consistently wake up and I say, good morning, Holy Spirit. I start talking to him. When I go to bed, I'm talking to him. In the middle of the night when I wake up, I'm talking to him. So there's this constant engagement. And I think that's where people have to really go. That's the place where people really need to go, is in that relationship, personal relationship, not comparing, not valuing themselves according to somebody else's, and figuring that out with him.
I completely love that. So here's a left field question. What do you like to do for like hobbies and relaxing, chilling out?
Okay, I like to run. You're saying chilling out. I like to run to chill out, I like to surf to chill out. So those are the things I like to do.
But surf?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, that's one on my bucket list.
Yeah, I'm not that great at it, but I love it.
Oh my gosh. Do you do lessons? Like I want to
I have, yeah.
You give lessons?
No, I don't give lessons.
Oh.
I've done the lessons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm so stoked on that. So another quick question. In terms of Holy Spirit, I just want to ask this question in terms of genuine love.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I think this is really important. When we talk about Holy Spirit, and Paul talks about that, we can have the gifts of Holy Spirit, but if we don't have love, we can be super smart, but if we don't have love, we can do all the right things, charitable acts and all that stuff, but if we don't have love. So how do you find Holy Spirit connecting and helping you with genuine love?
Well, it says 1 Corinthians 14:1, pursue love, desire spiritual gifts, especially the prophesy. So spiritual gifts, you want them because you are pursuing love. And it seems to me like that really is intended to all go together. Like the catalyst is I want to love humanity, and loving humanity means I have power to actually bring freedom to you that Jesus intended for you to have. And so where we stop short is if I don't have any power and I can't bring you to freedom, then something in me is not pursuing the love that Christ paid the price for. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem at all pursuing the gifts of the Spirit, because it's not about me. It's about what happens to the person that I'm ministering to.
Right.
That, I think, is pursuing love.
Right, and expressing genuine love through God's presence and God's power. Love that, love that. So thank you so much. We're super stoked. I know you subscribed and liked and all that. And of course, I'd love to ask you as well, join our conversation in terms of what do you like to do for hobbies? Who likes to surf? Maybe you like to jog. What do you like to do? I'm interested to have your feedback. Thanks so much for watching, listening, and subscribing. God bless.